It's Marchand and Meterparel. Everybody loves sports media. Hi, once again, everybody. I'm John Meterparel. Andrew, what do you make of Netflix exclusively streaming MLB's opening day game between the Yankees and the Giants?
Netflix is here. You look at what they've done now. Christmas Day games with the NFL. We saw the boxing, wrestling, weekly. Now they add baseball opening day, Giants and Yankees. That is significant. We've known they've want to eventize, and this is just a further example of it. They'll also have home run derby. I think they could have some of the extra events that have taken place in the past, or they could create some new ones in terms of the Field of Dreams games. And you look at it from an MLB perspective, the Roku deal is the one that really never made any sense whatsoever. $10 million to be on Roku. Netflix is a premier brand. It's a brand you want to be with, along with YouTube, probably the two most dominant video platforms in the business going right now. So I think that's a win. We'll get deeper into it during the questions. But NFL, baseball, boxing, Women's World Cup. Do they go after the Men's World Cup? We're seeing Netflix's strategy.
All right, go big or go home. No question about that.
Last week, speaking of those big platforms, we had Jay Marine for Off the Record with me, Andrew Marchand, WSC Sports. Great. I'm going to play that one on Thursday. If you weren't there, you'll be able to hear it. Jay was tremendous. You want to understand Amazon's business, what they're doing in Prime Video. I think their strategy has been the best so far, the most clear. There's high-level stuff is what they're going for. Interesting comments he makes about how he thinks of the opt-out with the NFL. So some really good stuff from Jay. And then October 28th, the next Off the Record with me, Andrew Marchand, presented by WSC Sports, Mark Shapiro, who leads WME, Endeavor, TKO. That's going to be great. They just did another deal, boxing deal with Zuffa Boxing as they try to make that into even a bigger entity. So I'm sure we'll get into that with Mark. But that sign up October 28th in Manhattan to Mark Shapiro.
Yep, I can't wait to make that one. I told you I'd make the last one, but there I go again. I couldn't do it.
Do you have TV commitments? You're a multimedia star, and so things got a taping.
Yeah.
We missed you. We're presented by WSC Sports. You got to make your life easier. WSC Sports Digital Asset Management, a library that actually gets sports. Meterparel could have sent a highlight of himself, and then 2 weeks later, we could have used it and put it on the big board at the event. WSC Sports uses AI tags for each player, so news breaks, you have it. Digital Asset Management, WSC-sports.com. Twice a week podcast, AndrewMarchand.com to subscribe.
All right, Marchand, what is up in your world?
My what's up is Fanta in 60. NBC's halftime in their primetime games, the Big Ten usually, and then sometimes Notre Dame. They have a segment with John Fanta, 30-year-old, got a little bit of an internet sensation that they've hired. And the thing I like about it is I love when places use people the correct way. And John Fanta has a style, he has an enthusiasm, he has a presentation that stands out. He's not your cookie cutter. And I want to say this clearly, John might have a very big future. I'm not comparing him to Chris Berman, but there is a little bit of a Berman-esque quality to what he's doing. You can tell he loves it like Berman did, and it's a highlight package. And I just like how they're using it. They shouldn't overdo it, but I love how they're leaning in to Fanta in 60. I think they'll probably do more of that as they go along. They shouldn't do too much, but just it's a good taste. Then let it grow. He's a young guy, but Fanta in 60 gets my what's up.
He's not going to give me a back to the LA Clippers, is he?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's different. He's not doing that. Adam Shine does that a little bit more on the break-ins on CBS.
I like Shine on CBS. Yep.
If you're a Shine listener, you get to hear a little bit of the Adam Shine. You kind of pop and sizzle, and you hear a lot of his Shine-isms during the Sunday cut-ins on CBS's broadcast. I like non-cookie cutter. What do you got?
All right. You say cookie, I'm hungry, but I'm going to go, what's up? Chris Budden, ESPN college football sideline reporter. Riveting matchup, Florida State, Virginia on Friday night. Place was packed. Virginia sold-out crowd. Chris Budden, she earns hazard pay. She was almost stampeded by just a cavalcade of students, probably 10,000 students, rushing the field after Virginia won in overtime. I don't know how she pulled this up, but she got the interview, post-game interview. She was composed. You couldn't see her. Bob Wischusen and Louis Riddick were in the booth. They had no idea where she was, but she got it done. And it was a good interview. She did her job. She talked to Tony Elliott, their Virginia coach. And you know what? I was just amazed by her composure, because if you're ever around that, I really haven't been around that much. I've been around a few court stormings, but that's hard to do. And she stood out. That tells you that she's a veteran.
Very good. All right, we're going to get into even more of NFL, college later. Also, a lot about baseball and football, of course, as we go on. If you want to listen to the whole podcast, andrewmarchand.com, andrewmarchand.com. Get twice a week podcasts at andrewmarchand.com. All right, my what's down